Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support, likes, shares, and comments. It's greatly appreciated. Today we're taking a look at the Just Survive Combat Update notes for July the 8th. The shotgun is continuing to receive improvements, and in this update we're seeing a tighter grouping of the pellets to ensure a higher level of lethality. Cone of fire was adjusted in relationship to our character's movement. The changes will affect your character's accuracy while moving, jumping, or falling. Despite the accuracy we once had while aiming down sight and performing these same movements, aiming down sight is still imperative to weapon accuracy. However, the trade-off for this movement penalty, the team decided to allow players to go into ADS posture directly from a sprint. Weapon polish was very generous in this update to include melee, fist, the combat knife, machete, and wood axe have received some rather impressive boosts to their damage output. This may mean we'll see better capability when fighting zombies. We now have a skinning knife, which will be used in place of our standard edged weapons. It would appear that the skinning knife is exclusive, as I wasn't able to skin animals with our standard edged weapons. It would appear that any type of skinning or zombie harvesting will now require the skinning knife, which can't be equipped in a slot, but remains in your inventory. You'll use the E key to skin or harvest. I'm not sure what the deal is with the animation while performing this action, but you'll need the skinning knife instead of our customary blades. For those looking for the woodshed recipe that was recently in our recipe list, it's no longer available. And according to a post by Hanny, it was an older recipe that was enabled by mistake. The live servers now have the new map feature that indicates where you're located, and while grouped, you'll see the position of your group mates as well. The AK-47 should now be faster than the AR-15 in full auto, but more difficult to control. It will be close in speed to the AR-15 when tap firing, and the delay between shots has been reduced from 160 milliseconds to 145 milliseconds. The M9 has seen its damage decrease from 19 to 18. This is to allow time to apply healing after taking 5 shots. More specifically, a person receiving the 5 shots. It wasn't possible to apply any type of healing before bleeding to death. Also, the R380 has had its damage increased to reduce the number of shots required to kill with it by 1. The mild-mannered M47 Gas Grenade has had its tick rate increased, while reducing its duration from 60 seconds to 20 to make it a little more viable in the arsenal of thrown weapons. Weapon swapping has moved from its previous 0.5 to 1 second switch rate to a more responsive and impressive 0.15 seconds for all those quick draw types. A damage log has been added as the team felt that players should have a clearer idea as to what killed them. The damage log will appear on the death screen, outlining the amount of damage received and whether it involved a headshot. At some point, the team will expand these details so players will have even more information regarding their deaths. Body armor has been more readily defined. It will protect the entire body, chest, arms, and legs, while your helmet will protect your head exclusively. Reticle improvements have been made. The team added a new element that increases in size to display cone of fire information based on your movement, improved color saturation, and added clearer outlines, which should improve visibility. Projectiles now originate from the camera rather than the weapon model. This change significantly reduces projectile collision with medium-high cover like fences, rocks, cars, and similar objects, and also improves projectile performance when fighting uphill or against players on top of buildings, as outlined by the team. Respawning is making its debut, much like the map indicator that we've been trying out on the test server. After a momentary death cycle, you'll be presented with a map. You can then move your cursor around to a particular point of interest, or even to the closest place you have perhaps died in, and then click on that position and you'll respawn at that particular area. Vehicle anti-hoarding has finally made it to the live servers. Vehicles now decay over time and will fully decay over 2 days. Wrench spawns are a lot rarer and can no longer be crafted. Wrenches have 2500 durability, which is lost in increments of 100 per swing. allowing for only 25 hits. Each hit will repair 2% of the vehicle's maximum condition. We'll see 25% more vehicles concurrently spawning in the world. They will also spawn procedurally in random locations around major points of interest. Nomad servers have been opened. There will be 2 in the US and 2 in the EU are now available. They are designated as no base building for the game world. I personally enjoyed testing the Nomad server. It certainly enhanced the survival experience, and I think you guys will find it fun, and it will be very enjoyable for the very clever survivalist. Interaction responsiveness is now in the game, much to my delight, especially when harvesting half of a ground tamper of corn and wheat. But more specifically, you'll notice picking up items, opening doors, and just performing typical interactions has been greatly improved. To get even more detailed information, you can visit the H1Z1 DB website, a comprehensive database of game-related information, and the guys really do a great job keeping everyone informed. I get the impression they don't sleep because their tweets and site updates are practically in dev update real time. For all the previous H1Z1 news and updates that you may have missed or would like to get caught up on, you can click on this annotation for all the information going all the way back to early access launch. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and commenting. You definitely ensure that I deliver the most accurate information and you guys pick up on even the most subtle of details in my videos. Thank you for your support. If you haven't already, be sure to click on this watermark to subscribe so you'll have all the latest news and information from Daybreak and H1Z1.